that this topic is just not about sharing stories. It's not about what's going to happen. There's a reason why we are doing this. Like if you look into Quran, many places Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to ponder over few things, to reflect upon few things. He said these are the signs that only people who have intellect ponder. So death is one of those things. So that's why we need to talk about it. And also we know from the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us, remember death. Remember death. So this is a place where, halaqah, where we think about death, look into it detailedly, what exactly it is and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us from that. And also it's just not about remembering, but in every aspect of our life, there are certain rulings that we need to be aware of. And death, this whole topic, it has few things that we need to learn. There are some practices that are from the Sunnah, and there are some practices which are innovated by people, the bid'ah. We need to be aware of. Otherwise, we will be questioned on the Day of Judgment. So those things we will cover, inshallah. So it's both twofold. One is remembering, and also the fiqh rulings associated with that. So we'll start from here today. And by the way, again, I am also recording these ones and also putting it on YouTube. So if somebody misses it, mainly because the good thing about YouTube is that you can do it free. Our website has very limited capacity. We can't pay that much, so it's free. So that's why.
I heard the first one is the sound is very low. So can you make a little bit of?
All right, inshallah.
Very low sound on the website.
All right, I'll do that, inshallah. So yeah. So there are a few things. Last slide was about the action items before that, what you should be knowing before you die, the things that you need to do, the to-do list. But here it's about the things that you should be doing during your death. As that means you know that you're gonna die soon. At that point, there are a few things that you should do. What are those? The first thing is that we should be having good thoughts of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's hadith in Sahih Muslim where Prophet Muhammad said that none of you should die without having good expectations from Allah. So having good expectations mean expect rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't complain and don't say like, why me? Why do I have to go through this? Why not other people who are older than me? They don't die, and so on. And also the most important thing, having good thoughts, meaning that these two things, fear and hope, these are the two most important things. So it's all about mental state here. What action? When I say actions, it's about mental state. So this, you should be always thinking about the fear and hope emotions in yourself. So what exactly fear means? It's about fearing from the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fearing that you might end up in hellfire. So seek Allah's protection from that. Have that fear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me. And it's not simple thing that you can't say, hey, I used to pray 5 times a day, so I'll be fine. No, that emotion of fear has to be there in yourself. And also hope. Hope, what does hope mean? Hope means having expectation that Allah will reward you. Having this expectation that Allah will be forgiving you and He'll be merciful on you. So that is what is called hope. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in this hadith in Tirmidhi, these two qualities, that is fear and hope, do not dwell together in a person's heart in these dying situation, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant him what he hopes and saves him from what he fears. So generally speaking, we should be having fear and hope all the times in our life. But this particular moment when we die, this becomes very, very important, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that if you have these emotions, then you will be given accordingly. If you are fearing with somebody, you'll be like, okay, this guy was fearing at the time of death, so he will be put away from such things, from those punishments. And also same thing with hope. He was hoping for Jannah and so on. So that becomes very important. Beware of shaitan. Beware of shaitan. So shaitan, every person has one shaitan associated with him, and he's always trying to take us away. When a person dies, this shaitan, basically, he's laid off. He doesn't have any work. So this shaitan, he has nothing to do in his life but to just attack this person emotionally, whatever way, and put him down the track of Islam. That's what he does. If he cannot do the best, he'll try to do a little lesser than that, but he tried to harm he tries to harm this Muslim person. So what are the different things by ways, I mean, the shaitan can be a problem for the person who's dying? There is this, the scholars say that shaitan can come to you in the form of your beloved one at the time of dying, maybe like in the shape of a father or a mother or somebody you love, and they might tell you, accept Jew, or become a Christian, become a Jew. So that point, a person is so much stressed out that he would just might, if his faith is not strong, he might slip. So that's exactly what shaitan wants, and we will see later on that at this point, at the time of death, we will be in a very painful situation, and at that point, if shaitan might tell you that, hey, I can help you get rid of this pain, but just do a few things for me. Just like, for example, he might say, just say that I'm the final prophet and not Prophet Muhammad. So the person who has a little bit weaker faith, he might like, okay, just, for a little while, I can't bear this pain, whatever. So that's why we should always make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He protect us from the fitna of this shaitan at the time of dying. There's the last time we mentioned that hadith, that he mentioned, Prophet Muhammad mentioned 9 things that we should seek protection. One of them was beware of shaitan. And there's a story, a couple of stories actually. We know that great Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, he when he was on his deathbed, his sons were around him, and they were telling him, say La ilaha illallah, shahada, kalima. So instead of saying La ilaha illallah, he was saying no, not yet. So they were like worried, why is he saying like that? So when he regained full consciousness later on, he said that, at that point, shaitan came to me, and he was telling me that, oh, Ahmad, I lost you from my grip. You are successful, you're dying, you're successful. So at that point he was saying, no, it's not yet, I'm still alive, the death hasn't come to me yet. So he had that much of fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that point, that it's still not over. So that's why he was, you see, shaitan is just not about saying do shirk or do bid'ah. He was one of the greatest imams. So he'll try to do in a little different way, tries to attack on these emotions of fear and hope and try to cut that down. So, but that plot of his didn't work on Imam Ahmad. And also another story of Sheikh Abu Ja'far al-Qurtubi. He was doing the same thing when his sons told him, say La ilaha illallah. He said, no. Why? Because shaitan came to him and he was saying, become a Jew or a Christian. So we will be covering a few things what we should be saying. Here, the first thing is that saying shahada, la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So that one, there is a hadith, Sahih ibn Hibban, Hasan hadith actually, which says that Prophet Muhammad said that anyone whose conclusive words at the time of death are la ilaha illallah, he will enter Jannah one day. So that is so much important. If a person is dying, he should not talk about other things. He should focus his whole time on saying La ilaha illallah, because that has to be his conclusive words. There's a great reward for it. And also in other hadith, paraphrasing it, it mentions that if anybody who dies with saying La ilaha illallah, it removes his distress and provides his soul with security. That's the advantage, big advantage. So